What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 2. So if you haven't seen the second season of Season 3 of Raising Kanan, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. And like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's a simple and free way to support my channel. It literally takes less than 4 seconds to do. And I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You're going to hear me say, so, like, 1,000 times. I might stop to regain my thoughts and be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. And anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with this show. And comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of this episode, what I talk about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, all that good stuff. Comment below. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I am going to grade this episode of Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 2. I don't know, like I'm sorry, like I am being let down. I hate to keep saying it, but like the grade is just gonna be what it's gonna be. Like C plus. Like it didn't like I don't know what they thought was going to shock us. Like I mean, granted, I didn't see Burke getting killed on the first episode coming, but still, like, what did they think? What did they think? I don't know. C plus. That's all I'm just say C plus. I might change my mind because Marvin did his big one, man. I don't even like saying that, but Marvin did the damn thing. So last chance, if you haven't seen Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 2, turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Okay? Let me drink some water before we start. So the episode starts off, mind you, I was like, oh no, Rock. I do not like the fact that Rock and Neek is sleeping together. I do not like that. I don't like that Rock and Unique is sleeping together because, like, I always feel like Unique got an ulterior motive. And I'm just like, I hope Rock don't let her guard down. So Rock and Neek, they in Rock's place, kicking it in the kitchen. Unique saying something about, do I need to whip Kanan ass or something? I don't even remember what they was talking about. Before the fucking Italians come rushing in and grab them up. And then Lou and Marvin, they at the club. Lou, you know, he's still getting drunk on the fuck Rock tip. So he getting fucked up, parlaying with the ladies, whatever. And Marvin notices across the room is some like guys looking at him. I thought they was Italians at first. So I was like, I wrote down Italians, but it's some guys watching them from across the room. Very suspect though, the way they was watching them. So it turns out to be Stefano that took Rock and Neek, and he got them tied up. And then he separates them. He has the guys carry Neek away after a little exchange between him and Neek. I can't remember everything they was said. Stuff about names, basically. I'm gonna put my leg down. And then back at the clubs, nigga Lou, he spazzes on the bartender for spilling some drinks when the whole time Lou was the one that made the drinks spill. Marvin, he's still getting checked out by these white dudes, so he decides to. Well, he pays off the bartender, tell him like, my bad about my brother, whatever. And then he tells Lou to stay put. Then we go back to the scene with Stefano. He done untied Rock or whatever. He's standing in front of some type of incinerator. I don't know what it was. He was explaining to her what it was, and then he tells her that he wants her to kill Sal. Rock's like, I'm done shooting my way out of problems. I'm just gonna have a civilized conversation with Sal. And then she tells Sal that she tells Stefano that she's out the game. I'm just like, I wonder who Rock trying to fool, or is she really thinking? Well, I mean, she's trying to fool Kanan. That's what she's trying to do, but she's still lying. So she tells Stefano she's out the game. Stefano's like, no, you're not out the game until I say you out the game. Basically, like, if you don't comply and take care of Sal, Then I'll team up with Sal and we'll cure everybody on your team and everybody you love and this, that, and the third. Then he tells Rock where Sal is supposedly hiding out at and how to get to him. So Rock tells Stefano, if I do this, like if I take care of Sal, me and mine is free and clear. Like no more Italian problems. And Stefano was like, right hand of God, you have my word. I'm just like, is he a trustworthy nigga? Is he a nigga that's going to keep his word? I don't know. Because this episode just made me think. Like, I'm going to wait till I get to my predictions. Like, but it just made me think. But I was also thinking, like, I hope this ain't no setup. It didn't turn out to be a setup, but I was like, I was wondering, like, if he was going to have her walk into a trap. Well, Marvin, for that matter. So Marvin, I thought he left the club. He didn't leave the club. He went to the bathroom. The two niggas that was watching him comes in the bathroom. And then one of the dudes, he pull out his wallet and says, hey, you got a gram on you? And Marvin's like, oh, so since I'm black, you think I sell coke? And the guys was like, oh, no, we thought you were the guy we caught from last time. And Marvin's like, oh, so we all look alike. So then they was like, we didn't mean to offend, man, whatever. And Marvin was like, so hypothetically, if I did have it, how much would you willing to pay? And the dude was like, couple $100. So Marvin gives him his pager number, tells him to hit him up next time they out partying, whatever. And the guys was like, so you do sell drugs? And Marvin was like, hell yeah, but that don't give you the excuse to stereotype me, crackers. I thought that was so funny. Like, Marvin is one of the funny characters. If we even had any, on this show. But I don't know if they're trying to make Famous a funny character. He's not funny to me. So, we get these scenes with Burke's ceremony. So we get this first scene, her ceremony just starting, and Jukebox, she out there watching from afar. She sees Howard. And I was just like, why would they show that scene if it ain't gonna be something with that later? I don't know. Or maybe they were just showing why her encouragement came from with the whole army thing. So then we get to see as Kanan, he waiting for Famous in the hallway. And Famous, I guess his new neighbor or something is like, he's like a courier. He pays people to deliver stuff, basically. He got a courier service. So Kanan see dude sending people on their way, telling them this, and that, third. Famous Famous comes out, tells Kanan, like, that nigga got runners coming through the door day and night. Kanan was like, well, we need to ask him if he got some work. And Famous was like, I don't know, he's too close to home. And then back at Burke's memorial, Howard starts giving this speech, and the camera's panning on the dad. He eating it up, seemingly. The ex, I don't know how I don't think she buying it. Then we get to saying, Rock tells Marvin that, Rock tells Marvin about Stefano's request, and she's like, if we do this, we done, we free and clear with the Italians. So then Marvin tells Rock that the Colombians been asking for more work, and Rock like, I don't give a fuck. Like, after what Joaquin and them did, and Draymond and them double crossing me. So Marvin's like, Marvin asks Rock like if he could basically start selling on his own or something like that, making his own money or whatever, giving her some of the proceeds. And Rock's like, I don't care what you do as long as you don't sell in our neighborhood, and you can keep your money. You ain't gotta give me no proceeds. And he tells him like, Stefano. She tells Marvin Stefano will be hitting him up with the time and location soon, so just be ready and don't miss. I was just like, this bitch Rock just got her brother just out here. I was like, damn, she ain't even gonna put in the work herself. I mean, we know she would, but it's like, I get why Marvin had to do it. But I also don't though. Because it's just like, I know Rock couldn't do it because her man would recognize her. I mean, his salesman would recognize Rock, but they didn't recognize Marvin? I'm confused. I don't know. I wasted my predictions to talk about that. But anyway, because I like to go scene for scene so I don't miss anything. So back at Burke's memorial, the captain, he's sitting down talking with Howard and telling them like a lot of convictions are being overturned, and tells Howard when he goes through Burke's files, he need to make sure if anything comes back saying, dirty basically, to come to him first. He's like, it's in the best interest of Burke's family to close this case fast. He don't want nothing else coming out. All these overturned convictions. Then we get this scene with Juke. She's sitting down with an army recruiter, and he basically like telling her what she got to do to join. She kind of irritated because she want to start like right away. She's like, I'm trying to get out of New York, son. So then after the memorial outside, Burke's ex, I don't remember what her position is. Is she a DA, a lawyer? I know she's not a cop, but she's somewhere in a position to where, because I remember when they broke up, she was telling Burke like the IAD coming asking me questions now. So she's somewhere in government position or something like that. But she approaches Burke's father out there, and she trying to basically tell him like shit ain't adding up. He brushing her off basically like you shouldn't even be here, and like the reason, tried to basically blame her for Burke's suicide, saying she did what she did because of what you guys were going through and all that, and then walks away from her. And then the ex I don't remember her name, but she notices Howard, and Howard notices her. They have this eye exchange. So then Kanan and Famous, they run into Famous's neighbor outside. His name is Paul, and he offers them a job basically to like do some deliver some stuff. So Kanan and Famous, they start asking a lot of questions, and neighbor's like, I'm not paying 21 questions. You want the job or not? So Kanan's like, nah. So Kanan and Famous walking in, Kanan's like, it's always good to know how other motherfuckers is making money. He's like, we just gotta find our own hustle. When Kanan said that, I thought that they was about to start robbing the dudes that was delivering and stuff. I really thought that's what they was about to do. Because they was asking questions like, what's the routes and how much an hour and all that. I was like, oh, they trying to get them together. So then we get this scene, what's her name? So the girl that Laverne, not Laverne, Jukebox was talking to, the little white girl that Jukebox was talking to, her father, he shows up at her house, at Jukebox's house. And he's there drinking a beer with Marvin, telling them all about how good of a singing voice that Jukebox got. And then Jukebox gets home, and that's when Nicole's dad tells her he got an opportunity for her to basically join a girl group. And he tries to leave the info. Well, he leaves the info with her, and she like, I'm not singing no more. And Marvin like, since when? So Nicole's dad, he's like, oh, I'm disappointed. It's sad to hear that. My eyes keep itching. He's like, it's sad to hear that. He leaves them information with her anyway, and he leaves, and then Marvin like, dang, I just hit my eye. Marvin like, why you won't give us a shot? And Juke's just like, I'm moving on. And Marvin's like, well, to what? And Juke's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, so she's not gonna tell him about she might be going to the army because she don't know how he gonna feel. But we saw how he felt when he found out she was gay. So then we get to seeing the feds. They show up at Sal's. I thought this nigga Sal was supposed to be hiding out or whatever. They found this nigga easy as hell. The feds, they pop up on Sal. They say that they agents of an organized task force, and they got solid intel about from Sal's own colleagues saying that it's a planned assassination on this attempt on him. And they like, we promise you this intel is solid, this, that, and the third. Sal's like, I own the bowling alley. Who want to assassinate me? Just trying to play the simple citizen facade or whatever. The Fed's like, we both know this isn't about bowling, sir. They like, if you cooperate, we can make an arrangement. Sal's like, you guys can leave. You can leave. Because the tower, he ain't about to work with no feds. So then we get this thing, Unique, he gets home. His BM is complaining more about his brother and how she don't feel safe in the house. And Neek's like, is this a temporary thing? I'm gonna give Ronnie some work soon, and he can be out of here. And I'm just like, me personally, I mean, I know we got that introduction from 50 Cent. You know how he be narrating when new characters pop up on the show. So I know we got that introduction for Ronnie, supposed to be a wild ass nigga, but me personally, I haven't seen him do any wild ass nigga shit yet. So I can't say he's a wild nigga yet. She said he was sitting up all night watching the TV, but the TV wasn't on in the middle of the night, darkness, whatever. I don't know. I mean, some people like to sit in the middle of the night in their thoughts. And then the nigga just got out of prison. He got a lot to think about. Like, I don't really see nothing wrong yet. I'm just saying yet. I don't see nothing wrong with Ronnie. Like, I just feel like she being like annoying right now. Especially if Unique is the one paying all the bills and all that. Like, I don't know. I just see a nagging BM right now. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying for now. Until Ronnie do something that, I mean, he irritable, of course, and he just got out. I mean, I don't really see nothing wrong with Ronnie yet. I'm sorry. Call me whatever. I don't care. Then we get this scene. Rock, she pulls up on Kanan with a new car. Tells him it's his car. And tells him let's take it for a drive, even though Kanan don't have no license. So then we get this scene with the captain and Howard. They're sitting down with I guess he used to be Queen's Narcotics Division, but now he's there in their precinct working an organized crime task force. So I'm assuming it's the same guys that came and talked to Sal. I'm sorry, I don't remember if it was the same guy, whatever. So they basically just introductions, chatter, or whatever. Howard tells Ivan if you ever need Southside help, basically letting me know. Ivan like, I might take you up on that. And then Captain's like, Howard, leave the room. We need to talk about this task force, whatever. So while Kanan and Rock is taking this ride, Rox fucks up again. That's why I just said, like, this is why Kanan don't trust your ass. You keep lying to him. So they in the car and they wondering, like, think Burke really killed herself, and Rock says something, so Kanan get the so Burke killed herself like Scrap did. Cause remember Rock told Kanan that Scrap killed herself. So Kanan was like, so Burke killed herself like Scrap did, and Rock was like, yeah, like Scrap did. I was like, God damn it, Rock, you should have just told the truth. You should have just told the truth. So Kanan, realizing the bullshit, he's like, you know what? If I wanted a car, I'd get my own car, and gets out the car and leaves. I'm just like, I mean, you keep lying to him. I get you trying to spare his feelings, but it's just crazy because he already knows. So it's just like, so then we get the same Unique. He pops in at Stefano's. I'm assuming that Stefano has like an aquatic shop. Like, he's selling all types of exotic fish and things like that, and tanks and shit. So he gets there. They go out back to talk, and he tells Stefano, I know you got the heroin connect supply, whatever. He's like, I want to tap in with you, make some moves together. And Stefano's like, dude, Rock know you here? And Neek's like, it don't even matter. Like, Rock says she out the game. And Stefano's like, oh yeah, she told me that. You think it's true? And Neek's like, man, only time will tell. So then Stefano tells Neek, like, basically, I'm not the only head on this dragon, whatever. Like, I got partners. And basically, you gotta get a thumbs up from them. And Neek's like, all right, well, can you at least point me in the right direction who I need to talk to? And they don't show Stefano telling him, but we assuming he is because the conversation, they was like, I'm a conversationalist like you. Then we get this scene where Kanan and Famous, they sitting outside of Famous's place on the porch, chilling. And Howard rides past, staring Kanan down. Like, was he trying to let him know, like, yeah, I did that. I did that for us. I smoked Burke for us. Shannon, whatever. Then we get this sentimental scene. It's like they kind of setting us up, letting us know Sal's gonna die. Him and his wife, they sitting around reminiscing about their son, because remember, Marvin killed the son. And his wife's asking what the feds wanted, and Sal is playing it off like, they just wanted to harass me. And the wife's like, well, promise me, Sal, that you're gonna be at this baby's, our grandson's christening. It's what our son would have wanted. He's like, I wouldn't miss it for the world. He's like, I'm so lucky to have you. To his wife, I love you. So it's like, we all know they setting us up for that. So then Marvin, he goes to Lou's place, and he's like, I need you to help me out with something. You ain't even got to put in no work. I just need you to be a lookout. And Lou was like, is it for Rock? And Marvin, he hesitates, don't say nothing. And Lou was like, nope, can't do it. Close the door. Slam the door on Marvin. I was like, I don't even know why you tried, brother. Rock told that nigga he was nothing. Like, I don't know if she said that, but she was like, I own you, nigga. Like, she told that nigga, I own you. Lou is done with Rock. Not done. Like, I feel like he'd still slide if it was a real pressure issue or something. Because that still exists at the end of the day. But as far as, like, he done with her. As far as business, he done. So then we get to seeing Rock. She goes to see Joaquin, and Juliana sitting there. Tight-ass Juliana. She's so annoying. So she tells him, I'm out the game. So Joaquin's like, oh, that's so hard to believe. And Rock's like, but believe it because our business is done. So Juliana, we can just as easily find out if you got a new connect. And Rock was like, if I had a new connect, I would just say it. I'm not scared of you. Yeah, so she said, I'm not scared of you. So then Juliana's like, it's all lies. But she starts speaking in Spanish. She's like, it's all lies. And Joaquin, he started speaking in Spanish, and he like, what do we care if she has a new supplier? There's no point in making an issue about it. Like, we're not even working with her no more. So Juliana's like, she's dangerous. We need to let her know who she's dealing with. And I was like, in this moment, she definitely still salty about the whole Neek situation. Because you definitely letting emotions cloud the business in this, Juliana. And she swore she wasn't at first. So then Rock responds in Spanish and catches them both off guard. They was like, what the? They didn't know what to do. So she responds in Spanish and is like, I know exactly who I'm dealing with. The bitch I used to buy Newports from. And Juliana's face dropped. She was like, Joaquin was like, oh, so you speak Spanish? They was like, man, we wish you nothing but the best. It was like, our door's always open if you change your mind. He was like, whatever makes you happy. Rock was like, if I come back, I'm not going to be happy. So Rock leaves, and then Juliana's like, oh, we're not done with her. And Joaquin's like, you need to be less worried about if we're done with her and more worried about if she's done with you. Like, so basically, like Like Joaquin getting tired of Juliana too. Like she letting that emotion cloud her judgment. Why you even got her at the big table? Like literally, like you said, the bitch that used to sell me the Newports. You was the cashier at the convenience store. Why you sitting at the business table or like I don't even what are you doing, Juliana? So Neek takes Ronnie out to the club, and when they get there, the bouncer tries to stop Ronnie because it's a dress code. So Neek, he got pulled in there. They don't even have to wait in line. He tells the bouncer like he with me, and he just got out. He ain't caught up to the style yet. So as they walking inside, the bouncer's like, man, shit changed since you've been out convict. Since you've been in convict. He's like, you need to get caught up to speed. So Ronnie, he stops and he looks back at the bouncer, like gets a good look at him, and then he walks in the club. And I'm just thinking to myself, this nigga Ronnie is going to kill this nigga before the end of this episode. I was just like, I don't know, I can feel it. It didn't happen, but I was just like, I don't know, maybe next episode, maybe. Then we get to scene where Marvin steals the mail truck to do the hit on Sal. Almost gets chewed up by a dog. So then back in the club, Neek tries to send some woman over to like basically give Ronnie a good time or whatever. And he spazzes on him, like, get off him. He tells him to get off of him. And Neek like, what's wrong, Ronnie? Ronnie just like, this ain't me. And the whole time he looking at the bouncer that was talking shit at the door, looking at him the whole time. Like, I'm just like, this nigga's gonna kill this nigga. He gonna kill this nigga. So then we get this scene where Kanan, he propositions Paul, says he wants to use his carriers to deliver weed, and he'll pay him 25% of the proceeds. So Paul, he's like, he's trying to negotiate, like, I need to go negotiate my bonus, and you got to pay my guys up front. And Kanan like, that's fine, we're going to be making so much money. Paul's like, well, I got to think about it. And Kanan's like, well, you don't think too long, because you ain't the only nigga got niggas on bikes. So Juke, she goes over to Lou's, and Lou, she's still mad at him because he sold her song without, like, her permission. Stole her song or sold it, something. I think both, whatever. Without her permission, so she still was kind of salty with him. But she don't know who to really confide in right now because, I don't know. Well, Rock and Marvin handling business, so she just Lou. Plus, he the music guy, so he the music one in the family. So she goes over to him, and he apologizes about her mom, and he tells her like it was messed up of him to steal her song, and he was wrong, and he apologizes. And then Juke Then Juke says sorry to him about the Spanish girl that he was fucking with, that was the singer girl. And I was wondering what happened to her. I mean, I saw her get shot up in the record shop, but they ain't never like show a hospital scene. Did she make it? It was just like they left us on like. But now I'm glad they verified that. So she did die. Is that the same girl that was Famous' sister, or was that somebody else? I can't remember. It was so long ago, season 2. So then Juke tells Lou about the girl group opportunity, and she's like, if she decides to do it, she could use his help. They start going through music and stuff. So then Burke's ex, she tries her hand. It was a hit or miss with the father. She tries her hand with the captain. Captain ain't trying to hear Nevy. He like, man, he brings up Burke's IAD investigation. And the ex like, there's no proof of that. And the captain just tells her, like, let Burke rest in peace. So this got me thinking, like, the ex she's going to start doing her own investigation. I can't remember where her position is, the title or whatever. So then we get these short cutaway scenes with Kanan and Paul giving the heads up like we working together now. Lou and Juke making a song. Rock goes to the south side to get her hair done. And Marvin getting ready outside the church in the mail van. And I was like, damn. As soon as I saw the church, I was like, oh, he about to take this thing out of the church. Because sometimes I be missing stuff. So I missed it when Stefano told Rock about the location being at the christening or whatever. So I was like, dang, he about to shoot this nigga at the christening. And I was like, that's crazy. That's craziness. So he in the mail truck getting ready. And then all the Sal guys his backup starts pulling up. So I'm just like, what's about to happen now? And then Marvin tells, he still got the handicapped dude driving for him because, Lou said no. So he had to go with him again. So he had him drive Jonah around back. So inside, the christening's happening and everything. And then the backup, they sitting out front. Marvin, he walks up pretending to be the mailman. And I was just like, these niggas don't recognize Marvin. I was like, they don't recognize Marvin. I mean, he had a little cap on, but come on now. They didn't recognize. I mean, they was just so slow. It was like slow in the brain and slow in the movement. Like, what was up with Sal's men? So Marvin, he pretends to be putting mail in the mailbox. Sal and his wife, the grandbaby, they come outside and Sal hands the baby to his wife. Sal hands the baby to his wife, and then the wife hands it somewhere. They start taking pictures. And this nigga, Marvin, comes right up behind Sal and shoots him in the back of the head. And then he shoots a couple of Sal's men getting away, runs through the church. And Sal's guys right behind him on his ass. And Marvin hops runs right through the church to the back in the mail truck and gets away without a scratch. And I was just like, that was crazy. Like, gets away without a scratch. Like, Marvin that shit was lit. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was low-key kind of sexy. I was like, damn. He did that shit so smooth. Like, he got away with no scratches. It was crazy. Why was Sal's men so slow? And why was they so slow in the brain? They didn't recognize Marvin? Like, I don't understand that. And the whole time, Rock just getting a blowout. And I'm just like, it was a good episode, but it was just like, did they not think we wasn't going to see this coming the way they set it up? I don't know. I could probably change my grade just because of Marvin. Marvin saved it at the end for me. I'm gonna change my grade to a B-. I know I said C+ at the beginning, but I'm gonna go with B-. It is what it is. But yeah, like predictions for episodes to come. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, like I said, I think Burke's ex is gonna start her own investigation. She might end up start talking to Juke too. And I wonder what Juke gonna do, girl group or army. It was something else. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, so what now? Like, Burke was the one snooping around. She's dead. I mean, we got the ex, but she doesn't have anything, for real. And then you got Sal, which was they only kind of like beef. Dead now. So now what? I mean, I guess Sal's men gonna retaliate. Who takes over when Sal died? Because I thought it was Stefano. Stefano was like over Sal trying to, I don't know. But I just feel like, is Rock really out the game? That there's no beef now? I don't know what's going on. So that's weird. And Kanan and this whole Paul situation, I feel like it's gonna work for now, but I feel like he's gonna try to press Paul to move up from weed, I don't know. That's all I can think of now. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of the episode, what I talked about, if I forgot anything, off on anything, all that good stuff. Comment below, and like this video, and subscribe to my channel, because I don't only review Power, I review other shows as well. And I will see you in the next review. I'm Stone. Peace.